If you need more time to think about whatever situation you're in that you cannot let go of, that you cannot step into the new, then you are saying, and this is essentially what you're saying without knowing you're saying it, is that I believe you want to trust universe. I really do. I believe that's sincerity. I want to. I want to change. I want to change, but I'm not changing. That's the problem. You see? Wanting something doesn't get a result, you see? You see, everybody who wants to lose weight, wants to get fit, doesn't do anything. I want a healthy diet, doesn't do anything. It's never done anything for all those people, you know? That's the problem. Now you're in this conflict. You're in this matter of conflict right now. So what is it for you? Some of you will say, I need more time to think about this. If you need more time to think about whatever situation you're in that you cannot let go of, that you cannot step into the new, then you are saying, and this is essentially what you're saying without knowing you're saying it, is that, universe, I need more time before I can trust you. When we say, somewhere deep down inside of me, I know there's something else, or somewhere deep down inside of me, I feel this is not quite right. And that deep down inside of me, I know makes no sense. Maybe to the common person is nonsense, but sense, I can only make of sense what I know and what I've been programmed with. So what's nonsense is non-human sense, when human sense was not so powerful anyway, because it's not as powerful or as infinite as the collective intelligence and the energies that are moving from beyond me. And surely an energy that is coming from beyond me, of course, to the limited human mind, will be absolutely nonsense. Why would it make sense? If the universe was to tell you what your greatest purpose was, you think that's going to make sense to you? If it was going to make sense to you, then the universe must think this little of you. But the reason why it never really makes sense is because you're using a limited human mind. Your human mind can only think what it's learnt. And what it's learnt is really determined on how fortunate your upbringing and everything was. On this journey, you will decide, and all of you will decide in this space. You write this down for yourself. Today, you decide, all of you decide whether you're going to fully trust. Write that down. You decide. I'm not going to push you. Why would I push you? I don't benefit from me pushing you. You see, you deciding or not deciding, you reaching your fullest potential or not, doesn't affect me. So you decide whether you fully trust today. If you decide that it's a no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Good job, there's a full moon every month. There's a full moon every month. But let me tell you something. I don't believe that next month's full moon will be any easier for you. Those of you who have been stuck in a situation for a long time now will know what I'm talking about. You know? It doesn't matter if a month passed by. Because people say change takes time. Change doesn't take time. Change happens in a moment. Change happens with a decision. Change happens in a commitment. That's all it happens with. So that's the question you ask. You ask yourself, today, are you going to make it a divine day where you decide to 100% trust? That's the question for all of you. Okay? Second question for all of you is, if that is the case, that you're going to 100% trust, can you commit to a decision today? Can you commit to a decision? Not make it in your mind, but can you also commit to it? Can you execute a decision today? So this is, for some people, you're saying yes. For some people, it's terrifying, depending on what situation you're in right now. Can you commit to a decision today? That is your second question for yourself. You're either a yes or you're either a no. If it's a no, again, no big deal. It's just that life won't change much, that's all. Third question. And this is very important for you to acknowledge. Can I accept the chaos before the order? If you quit your job and you don't know what you're going to be doing next month, will there be some chaos? Of course. If you tell somebody that you've been in a relationship with for a long time that maybe now it's not working and it's been a long time, will there be chaos? Of course. When you stop doing something you've done for a long time and you're used to it, then you become not used to something. Your life changes. Will there first be chaos? Of course. Will you feel lost? Of course. Will you feel emotional? Of course. Will other people might be affected? Of course. That is an important question to ask. That third one is, can you come to acceptance that the chaos that comes with it before the new order? This is nature. Chaos order, chaos order, chaos order, chaos order. That's nature. It's just how it is. Because what is your logical mind always trying to figure out? Your logical mind is always trying to figure out what's the most calming transition I could ever make. That's what you're trying to figure out, right? It doesn't matter in a job, in a relationship, you're always trying to figure that one out. But then that's also the thing that holds you for many years. So it takes you many years to try and figure it out, yet at the same time you don't find the solution, then you decide that I'm going to just hold on for another few years first before I find the solution. So coming to acceptance is okay. Coming to acceptance that I know. I heard in the satsang this month that, here it is. Here's the chaos. And I heard, okay, here it is. But I accepted it, so here I am now. No surprise. It's okay. No element of surprise. The final question you ask yourself is, can you follow through with the commitment? Can you follow through with the commitment? If the answer is yes, 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 let me tell you, the result equals quantum leap. If the answer is yes, 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 the result is quantum leap. And I told you to write down these questions because these are the yeses you are looking for. If there is a no in the sequence, well, most likely, if you cannot follow through with a commitment, you will just return to what was safe for you before. Let me give you something on the last question we asked. Can you follow through with the commitment? Let me give you some things on that, some words for that. Number one, can you get yourself into the environment that will empower you for that decision? That is extremely important. Because if you get all the decisive and yes, I'll trust the universe and then whatever, then you speak to mom or brother or friend about it, and they're trying to protect you, then they are now playing the role of what your mind was playing before. Does this make sense? You managed to surrender your mind. Now you're using the mind of somebody else's to try and protect you. And when they are trying to protect you, trust me one thing, they will really try to convince you. How many of you have been in a situation like that before? They will really try to convince you, right, that you're making the wrong decision, that it's not the best for you. And then what happens, the second thing to note for, is fake intuition. If you write that down, fake intuition. What is fake intuition? Mind-stimulated feeling. That is fake intuition. When you trusted your gut feeling the first time in making the commitment, you were saying, I'm surrendering any thought, and I know this doesn't make any sense, but I really feel this is right for me. It doesn't make sense, but it feels right for me. Later on, how your mind wants to protect you and how the minds of the people around you may want to protect you. And when they add together, because it's been said, you do know you're making the wrong decision, or maybe you should reconsider that thought. And because that's been said so many times in dialogue, what's happened? It's manipulated thought, and that thought stimulates feeling. Now you're feeling, I don't know what it is. Now when I close my eyes, it does feel off. Maybe I was wrong before. But you were never wrong. Because the first time, it didn't make sense, but you felt it. Meaning, you weren't thinking, but you felt it. The second time, you've been reprogrammed and convinced in thoughts. Now you're feeling off. And you're saying, I don't know, whenever I close my eyes, it feels off now. Yes, because you've been conditioned over the past 7 days, 14 days, 1 month. Of course you feel off. That is mind-stimulated feeling. What I referred to before as fake intuition. So this, we need to become very aware of. It's likely to happen. When you make a commitment, it's likely to happen because it's still trying to find different ways of protecting you. The signal that you received that was most powerful, that was most congruent with your highest calling was the, I know it doesn't make much sense, but I just feel like I want to. I don't know why, but I just want to. That is your most powerful. Why? Because you're not thinking. It makes no sense to you. What I just shared there is extremely simple to understand, extremely simple to write down, can be extremely tough to execute.